Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This is a reading for Capricorn for the month of September. So Capricorn, right away we start with Kali with the keyword fear and Maeve with the keyword responsibility. And Kali is of course a Hindu goddess and Maeve is a Celtic goddess. Kali is about, of course, facing your fears and also about maybe discovering darker aspects of yourself that you weren't really aware of, and also about a reflection that you are making about those fears, if they are real or if they are just your blocks trying to speak to you, trying to be, or your wound, some sort of wound that needs to be tended. And Maeve is, to me, this card represents possessions also and domains, because she is a goddess that would grant possession and ownership of the land to the deserving ruler. And this is a goddess of the rulers, so the ones who had more responsibility. And I really feel like with the cow here, it's really about material, the material aspect of your life, but also that connection between the material aspect of your life and your fears. So it's usually for Capricorns, material aspect is a little bit more intuitive than for the rest of the zodiac signs. So, but being so intuitive about it, it's also an immense source of energy, but also of fears. So all of that focus and understanding about how things work in the material realm has the potential to be beautiful and healthy and loving, and something that brings you a lot of passion and energy and drive, but also it's something that awakens fear. And the familiar, it tends to suffocate a little bit. And with Capricorn energy, that's specific, that's very particular, because the Capricorn energy sometimes is a bit too fixated on what it can be familiarized with, and sometimes what is just a little bit off of that structure is very overwhelming. So one thing that I feel like you are working on right now is, and in September specifically, is how exactly to manage your energy in order to prosper and to take ownership of whatever you have. If it's yourself, your body, your health, your integrity, your the way you eat, the way you organize your routines. But for those of you who are managing assets or are managing money or material possessions, this is a particularly interesting reading. So we also have, interestingly, rich girl and little child. So this just further confirms to me the idea of realizing how much wealth you have, even if it's just your inner resources. It can be yourself, like your own energy, your vibe that is precious to others and to yourself. And the relationship between that consciousness and that relaxed and, how do I say, the inner child, the little child, is of course about the purity and innocence, the aspects of yourself that you connect to your childhood, your dreams, when you didn't have this responsibility. So I really see this dichotomy here between having a lot of responsibility, managing a lot of wealth, being conscious of that wealth, being aware of what you're worth for yourself and also in the interaction with others, but also keeping in mind that you have to treat yourself with kindness and you have to be gentle in order to further blossom and to be moved forward, to evolve in that process of discovery over the material world and that interaction with the spiritual, because I feel that for Capricorns especially, the material world can hold a lot of spiritual potential. So this month is, I feel, a transition into a more spiritually aligned relationship with the material. And so this is like the baseline of the month, like the main theme. But how you're going to apply this in this coming month, in September, is really practical. I think that this awareness, it will bring you a sense of trust, a sense of ease, in order for you to move away from the sense of lack, so the fear. So the way you're going to overcome those triggers that sometimes can overwhelm you with this sense of lack, with this loss. I'm sorry, I was just being, there's so many images and it's so much information that I'm having a hard time kind of putting it in a order so that you can understand. Because I feel like this is a process of healing your relationship with the past, because we have the Six of Cups here and the little child. And the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, is a card of like remembering good things from the past. It's not I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I actually feel like if you do this, if you realize how far you have come, you will maybe even have new business opportunities, because we have taught card here because of the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, which are the power couple of matter, of all things pertaining assets, money, your relationship with the earthly possessions, and also your health and your personal abundance, like your inner sense of having, of abundance. This is a process that is so opposite of this Five of Pentacles, but it's dealing with that Five of Pentacles, and maybe even, so I feel like you're healing this month, you're healing your relationship with some sort of loss, and you're like realizing that the dreams you had in childhood are still alive. Well, I think you're realizing that you have to step up a little bit and be even more involved in a certain process that has to do with this Queen and King of Pentacles, this power couple dynamic, in order for you to receive much more than you thought you would, even when you were a child. Like, your dreams are I feel like there's an explosion of it. It's like your dreams are exploding into something with even more potential, energy. And because we have the couple here, and your reading is so different from the others, that's also very interesting, because I started the reading with two Egyptian oracle cards and one mystical Kipper, but your reading just came out in reverse, and you have two goddess oracle cards. I'm kind of switching everything around. Even in my speech, I feel like everything is kind of switching around. So I also feel like in this month for you, you'll feel like the energy, it's like an hourglass. The energy is, yeah, it's an hourglass. So you're like, things have ended up until now, and the hourglass has no sand, and you're like, okay, let's go another round. So you're going into this new cycle where you are going to recover, you are going to be reminded of how much wealth you have right now. Your inner resources are really being, they're put to the test, but they're also being exalted. I feel there's an exaltation here. You see all this exalted relationship with the divine. The sun nurturing the papyrus, the sun warming your hands while you are receiving, embracing you, the divine embracing you. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, auspicious month for new endeavors. If you're starting new businesses, trust in your ability to intuitively understand how things work. Trust in that knowledge, because the Queen of Pentacles she's looking back, right? The King is looking forward, and the Queen of Pentacles in a lot of decks, she's looking back. So she's realizing and basking in how much she has and how generous she can be because she has a lot. And the King of Pentacles is in this relationship of constantly receiving and being able to build, right? Receiving and exalting and giving, because this can be a gesture that is also about the gift, an offering. There's this cyclical nature to this month too, because of the Six of Cups in the end of the reading. So I really feel like it's like going back to childhood. I feel like you are going to have this sensory experience that will take you back to childhood memories. Maybe you're going to taste food or some sort of fruit or some sort of like sensory, like the water, the temperature, or the sand, or the earth, the grass. There's something in your environment that is going to take you back to your childhood. And I feel like this is also really helping you create that peaceful state in yourself, so that you can move further away from this sense of lack, and also help heal. Look at that part of yourself that feels like there's still lack, like you would look at a child and try to help that part of you, like you would try to help a child deal with not having their whatever, like their favorite snack or their favorite toy. I want to clarify a little bit this part of the reading. The Four of Wands, celebration. So I really feel like there's a structure that has been built that is stable and that has a lot of potential to bring you so much inner peace. And I feel like your relationship this month with that structure is going to be very relevant. Temperance, beautiful. So you see Five of Pentacles and Temperance with all this abundance and this self-ownership. This is, for me, the Temperance is the confirmation that this process of the Five of Pentacles, the loss, the feeling loss and feeling like you don't have enough, it has to be healed. And this is your own process of healing. And it's all a part of you. It's all a part of your own business project somehow. Interesting. The Five of Cups. So you have the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups, clarifying it. So it's really, for me, it's really reinforcing that theme of healing, that specific part of you that is sad about not having something anymore, and realizing that what you have right now has so much more potential, that it's everything will transcend, everything will be transmuted and transported like into another dimension once you realize how much you really have. And this is such a powerful card. For me, it's one of the most powerful cards in this deck. Thoth is Hermes. He's the creator of language, of magic, of manifestation in general. He can manifest health. It's like a bit like the magician. It's a fantastic card for business endeavors and for everything that has to do with material possessions, assets, managing business, and career. So I really feel like this is the month where you will heal this part of yourself that had to let go of something that really triggered these fears. It was really hard. So I feel like you were very, very brave to face this. You are still being very brave because you keep facing it. And I feel like this is something that is just a process that will be with you. But the thing is, when you transform something in this process, it will just catapult you into so much success, like material success, something that you can really build upon. Super cool reading, Capricorn. If you also enjoy this reading, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you so much for this. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.